Cats make incredible companions, often defying their stereotypes by showing immense love and loyalty, comparable to that of dogs. However, the situation took a worrisome turn when a particular cat's eyes began uncontrollably enlarging, prompting an urgent visit to the veterinarian. The moment the vet unveiled the startling truth, a wave of shock washed over her, and tears welled up in her eyes. The question remained, could she find a way to assist the distressed feline? Let's start this video by talking about cats' eyes and their vision. Cats possess some of the most intriguing and distinctive eyes among all creatures. Unlike round pupils, which are common in many animals, cats have vertically slitted pupils. This unique feature allows them to swiftly adjust their eyesight, seamlessly transitioning from bright environments to the darkness with remarkable ease. The dilation of their pupils determines the amount of light entering their eyes. This remarkable adaptation is what empowers them to be such proficient nocturnal hunters. Astonishingly, scientific research has revealed that cats can perceive their surroundings in the dark with a visual acuity 6 to 8 times superior to that of humans. Truly extraordinary. Now, let's meet Matilda, an exquisite tabby cat with a beautiful blend of brown and black fur. She entered this world on Valentine's Day in 2013, along with her 5 siblings. Their birth was a joyous occasion, with no complications for their mother, who promptly resumed her caretaking duties. However, Matilda's early life held a peculiar secret that unfolded over time. She and her siblings were born in a strange and unusual home. Her owners were compulsive hoarders, meaning their house was crammed with all kinds of things that might look like useless trash to you or me. The house was dirty, overly full, and not very safe for such young kittens. Luckily, only a few weeks after they were born, they were rescued from the house by the Central Nebraska's Humane Society and taken to a nearby shelter. Once at the shelter, Matilda and all the other cats were checked, spayed or neutered, cleaned, and put up for adoption. Matilda, being the most vocal and confident of the litter, quickly attracted the attention of new owners who eventually adopted her and took her to her new forever home. Despite only being 12 weeks old, Matilda fit into her new life perfectly. She walked around the house as if she owned it, sat proudly wherever she wanted, played all kinds of games, and even put the family's small dog in his place. She was certainly a boss cat. Her new family loved her, though, and were glad that they had adopted Matilda. She really did complete their small family. While Matilda looked and acted like any normal kitten, her owners soon started to notice something a little strange about her. She seemed to have a bit of a squint in one of her eyes. From time to time, Matilda didn't seem annoyed by it and carried on as if everything was normal, so her owners weren't overly worried. In fact, they affectionately nicknamed her Quasimodo after the titular squinting character from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. However, only a few days after her first birthday, Matilda's right eye started to grow and expand and didn't start to go back to normal for several long minutes. This alien-looking eye looked sore and painful, and her owners were shocked and terrified when they noticed the unsightly issue. Now worried about Matilda's health, they bundled her into a cage and rushed her to the veterinary clinic. Strangely, by the time they got there, Matilda's eye had completely returned to normal and looked as if nothing had happened. Several days passed, and Matilda was absolutely fine. She played and looked exactly as she should, and her eyes seemed to be causing her no issues. However, she entered the front room one day, and her right eye had once again swollen to huge proportions. Her owners immediately rushed her to the vets once again, but by the time they arrived, Matilda's eye had again frustratingly returned to normal. Her owners were very concerned that there was an underlying cause and asked that the vet check her out anyway. The vet took a look, and after several long moments she frowned, worrying about what the vet had seen. Matilda's owners asked what the problem was. The vet answered with one simple word: nothing. She had not seen anything that caused her any concern. In fact, she thought Matilda's eyes looked as healthy and perfect as every other cat that she had seen recently. The fact that she had seen nothing concerning was in itself concerning, so she advised Matilda's owners to book an appointment with an animal ophthalmologist who specialized in the eyes of animals. Matilda's owners did exactly that. The appointment was not for a few days, so in the meantime, they decided that they should contact the Central Nebraska's Humane Society and warn them that one of the cats had a strange and mysterious condition. Perhaps they could warn whoever adopted Matilda's siblings to keep an eye out for similar issues. As soon as they got home, they picked up the phone and dialed the number for the Humane Society, but when someone answered, they were shocked. It turned out that the Central Nebraska's Humane Society had been trying to contact them. However, their contact details had been lost during an office move. It seemed that several of Matilda's siblings had also been suffering from large and painful-looking eyes. The Humane Society had tried to warn Matilda's adopters, but had given up trying when they couldn't get in contact with them. Matilda's owners asked if any of the other families had been able to find out what was causing the issue with the eyes, but the receptionist at the Central Nebraska Humane Society answered in the negative, telling them that it was as much of the mystery to everyone else as it was to them. Promising to inform the society if they learned any new information from the animal ophthalmologist. They hung up and fast. Matilda, the poor cat, looked well now as if nothing at all in the world was wrong, but they knew that wasn't true. All they could do was cross their fingers and pray that the condition wasn't anything too serious. The day finally came when Matilda had to go to the animal ophthalmologist. She had been fine over the past few days and had no issues with her eyes, but still her owners had a terrible sinking feeling in their stomachs, as if they knew something bad was going to happen. They handed the cage over to the specialist and explained the situation to him. He sat and listened before taking Matilda off into a private room to examine her. With his specialized tools, the ophthalmologist carefully examined Matilda's eyes, attempting to unravel the mystery behind the unusual growth affecting her and her siblings. Despite Matilda's restlessness, he persevered and eventually made a shocking discovery that mirrored the deep sense of dread felt by her owners. As he gently set Matilda down, he comforted her with soothing strokes, only to realize that his own cheeks were moistened by tears. The vet's empathy for the distressed cat had moved him to tears. The ophthalmologist's diagnosis revealed a rare condition known as spontaneous lens laxation. This condition had caused the lenses in Matilda's eyes to detach without warning. While surgical intervention could potentially address the issue, Matilda also suffered from a collagen deficiency, a condition where her body lacked the necessary proteins to function properly. Unfortunately, the intense procedure failed to facilitate proper healing, ruling out the possibility of corrective surgery. The only remaining option was to leave Matilda's eye unchanged. Fortunately, the condition didn't appear to cause her any discomfort, and the vet advised her owners to keep a close eye on her safety. Over time, both of Matilda's eyes began to swell and enlarge. However, her joyful and playful nature remained unaffected. Her owners affectionately nicknamed her Alien Cat, and even created an Instagram page for her, which quickly gained a global following of supporters. Sadly, after a few years, Matilda's condition worsened to the point where the veterinarians had no choice but to remove her distinctive eyes entirely. Nevertheless, her owners and thousands of devoted online fans continued to love her unconditionally, ensuring she had the happiest life possible. In their eyes, Matilda would always be beautiful. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this cat? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.